Thompson. Billy and I were friends for 53 years. Today, we're really celebrating a man for all seasons. Now, most of us here know Billy through athletics, and you're going to hear more about that shortly. But Billy loved to have fun, and for anybody that got his voicemail, his voice answering machine over the last 40 years, you heard him tell you that himself when he said, "I'm out somewhere having fun." And that's kind of where I come from. Billy and I actually met in 1970 at a singles complex here called the Lodge. The seed was planted for that a couple of years earlier when we had this nutbag teacher that insisted on calling the roll. Bill Justus, here. Cecil Thompson, it's Eddie. Bill Justus, here. Cecil Thompson, it's Eddie. And after about 2 weeks, I said, "It's Eddie, damn it!" And Billy caused a real disturbance because he fell out of his chair, but at least he distracted her away from me. So a couple of years goes by when we actually come face to face and we meet at the lodge. Billy looks at me and says, "You're the guy. It's you. Cecil." But we had a good laugh about that, and we became fast friends, and we had a lot of really close friends, guys and girls, at this apartment complex. We did everything together. We went to movies, the zoo, the fair, the dog races, dinner, dancing, and we played all kinds of sports. So we would challenge these other apartment complexes to volleyball or these men's clubs to football games. Now, we did pretty good at those things because we had ourselves a pretty good ringer. So one Saturday, we're hanging out at the pool after our usual Saturday morning tennis round robin. That's when Billy played tennis on a normal level. And Billy and I were admiring this clubhouse that we had. And we said, "You know what, we could have a really good party here." So we decided to hire the best dance band in Nashville at the time, who was called the Mercy Blues. And we bought a bunch of beer. And we said, "We're going to charge guys $5, and we won't charge ladies anything." Well, about an hour and a half into this party, I don't know what to do with the money. I've got it stuffed everywhere. In my underwear, in my back pocket. Billy comes running up and says, "Let me have some of that money." But we need to have a dance contest. Because he was going to get to be the judge and dance with the winner. So about 10 o'clock, somebody comes up and says, "We're out of beer." I said, "We're not out of beer, that's impossible. We're out of beer." So Billy says, "Well, Jimmy's got a pickup truck." I said, "Well, let's get him over here." So I said, "Jimmy, we need you to go to Giant Foods and get some beer." He said, "Well, how much beer?" Billy said, "A truckload." So back then, a 6-pack of beer came in something that looked kind of like this. So we had guys running around this party with a 5-pack hanging on their belt and making it up. So the party was a real success and whatever. I got up the next morning and I went out on my deck and I looked down at the pool and there was all kinds of carnage. Cars in the grass, bodies laying around, and I called Billy and I said, "You need to meet me at the pool." So we get down there and there's glasses, wallets, keys, all kinds of things on the bottom of the pool. And like I said, cars in the grass and bodies. And there's a guy laying on the pool deck and Billy looks down and says, "Are you okay?" And the guy goes, "Yeah, somebody called me about 10 o'clock last night in Chattanooga and said, you need to get up here." So obviously the party lasted a pretty long time. So we got our crew together and got everything cleaned up and everything. We're having a post-mortem at the pool, laughing and whatever. And management sends for me. And I'm going, "Oh, Lord, I'm going to get thrown out." But I go down and I talk my way through this and save my residency. Well, when I went back up to the pool, I decided to show off, I guess. I walked around the back of the building, and I climbed up on top of the roof, which is a big, steep roof like this. And I said, "There will be parties at the lodge." And not one time from that day to 3 weeks ago did I ever talk to Billy on the phone or spend any time with him that he didn't make that comment. "There will be parties at the lodge." Because he knew that we were about to either do something fun or we were going to talk about something fun. Now, Marianne and I had fun for many years coming over here to go to ball games, plays, special movies, or whatever. And it got even more fun when our dear friend Judy Haston moved to Nashville. Well, they had met probably at our wedding, but we'd go out as friends. And after a couple of years, we'd just call Judy and say, meet us at Billy's on Friday afternoon around 5, and we'll start the weekend doing whatever. So we're at Sperry's one night having dinner, and some Knoxville folks come in, and we introduce everybody, and the guy just goes crazy over meeting the great Bill Justus, what a fan he was, how much he admired him. But he looks down and says, oh, are you Mrs. Justus? And we had a great laugh about that. And a couple of weeks goes by, and I'm talking to Billy on the phone, and I said, have you seen or talked to Judy? He said, I haven't seen Mrs. Justus since she walked out on us after dinner. Well, this went on for 10 years, at least. So Marianne and I arrived one Friday afternoon to find Billy and Judy wrapped up like a couple of fishing worms on the couch. Now Marianne thought I was awful dramatic, like Barney and Gomer or something. She said, I see him. And I thought, what has happened here? Billy was always quick as a cat, but talk about slow. But they fell in love and had a beautiful romance for a few short years. And after Judy's passing, Marianne and I received this. I'll try to get through this. Marianne and I received this letter from Billy. Now earlier I said, a man for all seasons. Eddie and Marianne, thanks for the flowers for Judy's service. And Eve, thanks for being there. I can assure you that you are Judy's first choice as one to carry her on her last day. Eddie and Marianne, you all are such remarkable, wonderful, valued friends. I love you both dearly. E, of all the things we've done together, none has been greater than you bringing Judy and I together. I will be forever grateful to you for that. Here's to the healing process and love to you both. Here's the healing process. This has been an honor. Thank you. God bless you all.